Is this you, or someone you love? You look up how to make tile maps in Unity, but they all just look so samey and boring. How do I make the good stuff? Like this, and this? How do I make terrain like the goat?
How is that even? How you doing that? How you doing that?
Well, I'm here to tell you today that I've figured out the secret sauce and a new way to think about Unity tile maps. We'll need a few textures to get the biscuit. First, we need a texture for our tiles. Here, each tile is 64 by 64. We also need a texture that is much larger than our tile size. 512 by 512 should work. Let's go ahead and borrow some textures from our game folder inside Steam. When importing the textures, make sure to set them to repeat. Now it's time to slice our tile texture. Here I'm setting the reference pixels to 128. Next, create the tile assets. Next, we create a lit sprite shader for our tile map. Let's start first with the main texture. If you're writing a shader and it interacts with a sprite renderer or mask or anything with alpha, including the tile map, make sure you name it main text. It is a key word. In this example, the main text is going to correspond with our tile textures. For that reason, we must use it for the alpha channel. Next, we create a sampler for our detail texture. We then blend the two textures together. Now, we create our tile map, create a material for our tile map, assign our shader to our material, assign the material to our tile map, and finally, assign the detail texture to the detail texture slot. If you start drawing tiles now, you're going to realize that, hey, it still looks like crap. Zach, you're a liar, you're a cheat, but wait, this is where the secret sauce comes in. By default, any given tile's UV coordinates are going to be mapped in local space. What we want to do instead is map each individual tile's UV coordinates to the much larger texture. Well, how the hell are we supposed to do that, Zach? You may be asking.
But I seem to be so charmingly befuddled.
Well, don't worry, I'm going to show you. To achieve this effect, we will use each tile's world space coordinate to derive its new UVs. In this example, we want the 4x4 grid of tiles to map to the much larger texture. By adding a tiling multiplier to the tile's UVs, we can now map 4 tiles between the values of 0 and 1. Back to the shader, let's add our world space coordinates as our new UVs. At this point, it is easy to add additional tile sets. Don't forget, each tile set needs its own material. And there you have it, Bob's your uncle. If you enjoyed this video, cool.